This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, June the 28th. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee.
Is that like a golf clap?
No, well, I don't know. It's always my spirit fingers on Friday. It just seems like, we're here. Great to see you, everyone. You know what? Already the 4th of July weekend is starting today because it's in the middle of the week. So you've got, a 9-day potential holiday. So let's get over to Jim Castillo because I know that Jim, even the, JV Blast we're talking about. A lot of people want to see fireworks this weekend.
So that starts tonight. So we have fireworks tonight and probably off and on all the way through the 4th of July. So a lot of clouds out there now. It looks like a dry day. Good morning, everybody. So it's a really beautiful Friday, but a lot of clouds. So don't expect a ton of sunshine. There's some showers and storms in western Missouri. They're weakening as they push our way, and we get the cloud cover from it. So temperatures right now in St. Louis, 76. So we did drop a little bit. That's our coolest so far this morning. South wind at about 8 miles an hour. And of course, the forecast for today about 88, 89 degrees. Much more in our weekend forecast and that rain chance coming up. Let's head over to Paul and check on that traffic. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed, Jim. Well, right now you're starting off with pretty good traffic out there right now. A few headlines coming up. This is the airport area. Been checking flights. Everything's on time. And remember, if you're picking somebody up, you've got the cell phone lot, which is immediately to the west of the airport. You can wait there and then you don't have to keep going through. That's where our red arrow is. And then we are also looking downtown bridges that can bog down. Everybody moving really well there. The PSB, MLK, and the stand usual. Here's a few headlines, though. Construction that could bog you down this weekend. 270, 6440 at Town and Country. Anywhere in Wentzville on 70 as you're going to the lake or wherever. And then we'll be talking just a little bit about some Pride Fest lane closures. Right now, though, it's a good thing. Good ride to work wherever you are. Another take of traffic coming up soon, guys.
New this morning, a man has been shot and killed in North St. Louis. It happened just after 12:30 this morning on Grand near Montgomery. The man died at a hospital. We've reached out to police and we will bring you an update on this story on air and online just as soon as we hear back from the police.
A man is in the hospital this morning with injuries after a crash in Jefferson County. This was about midnight on Old Lee May Ferry near Savannah, just south of Imperial there. The man told police that he actually had a woman in the passenger side with him, but authorities have yet to find her.
Right now, many people are outraged after a DoorDash driver was shot and robbed in their neighborhood.
He's recovering right now and told police that late Tuesday night he was robbed and shot while delivering food to an apartment building near West Bell Place and Newstead in North City. And a couple of young people beat him up and stole his car. It wasn't until he was at the hospital when he actually realized that he had been shot. This morning, 18-year-old Charles Burston III faces several charges in the case, and another teenager is in custody this morning. Police also recovered the victim's car, but they are still looking for other suspects.
This morning, the family of St. Louis police officer Tamaris Bohannon is still grieving, but happy with the sentence his killer has now received. Thomas Kenworthy will spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole. Kenworthy shot and killed Officer Bohannon after a home invasion in Tower Grove South nearly 4 years ago. Officer Bohannon is survived by his wife and 3 children. New this morning, Webster Groves police are welcoming in a new leader.
Police Chief Vincent Aceves started the job this week after the city's last chief retired, and our Diamond Palmer has been following the story since it began. She was the first to sit down with the new chief for an interview. Diamond, what did you learn from the new chief?
Well, Michelle and Rennie, Chief Vince Aceves has his first week on the department this week. He comes all the way from Chicago and actually came out of retirement for this opportunity. So obviously really special for him and his family. Now, the city of Webster Groves actually started the search for a new police chief back in December of last year. And just last month, he got the green light. So Chief Vince Aceves says his biggest supporters are his wife and his 2 daughters who fell in love with Webster Groves when they visited. Aceves brings more than 2 decades of law enforcement experience, and in the recent years, the National Council for Home Safety and Security named Webster Groves one of the safest cities in Missouri, with some types of crime drastically lower than the national average. Aceves says he wants to keep it that way and is excited to take on the challenges of his new job.
The biggest challenge always when you're going into any new position, whether or not you're coming in as an outsider or you're moving within an organization, is earning trust. I've made a lot of mistakes. I have a lot of leadership scars. All those things have made me a better leader. I'm not the best, but I'm always striving for improvement. But the way that you build that trust is just to care about people.
The chief also spoke with me about his other long-term goals, which include becoming regional leaders and connecting with the community, mentoring young officers, and building a culture of excellence. So the chief also spent time during our one-on-one interview thanking his predecessors. He says they have already created a culture of excellence here at this department. And coming up in the next half hour, we'll break down what new tools here at the department the chief says will help improve the crime stay low. Reporting live here in Webster Groves, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Diamond. The Board of Aldermen could approve a $1.3 billion budget today. How much more money may go to city employees, police, and firefighters?
It's the biggest Pride Parade in the bi-state. What you need to know about this year's Pride Fest.
And incredible weather Sunday for the parade, and cooler too and less humid. But today, a lot of clouds out there, upper 80s, maybe some mid 80s in some of the cooler spots. Rain chances tonight, we'll talk about that coming up.